Welcome to the Lead Change Empowerment Podcast. This podcast was created to empower you in your personal, business, health, financial, and family areas of life. If you find value in this podcast, please help us by leaving a review in iTunes, Spreaker, or SoundCloud. And now let's bring on your host, empowerment speaker, author, and parenting expert, Steve Robinson.
Welcome to the Lead Change Empowerment Podcast. I am your host, Steve Robinson, and as you know, I am grateful. Every morning, afternoon, night, I'm super duper grateful for being alive. Every time that I get up, that means it's another opportunity for me to help someone else. I am grateful for you, the listener. I am grateful for all the things, all the feedback that you get. And if you find this podcast to be of value to you, please, without a doubt, without hesitation, go over to iTunes, leave that 5-star review, leave a message. You can reach me at info@steverobinsonthespeaker.com as well. But make sure, it helps a lot. It also gives me more information or more things that I need to work on to get you the information that you need to help you. And that's what the Lead Change Empowerment Podcast is about, as you know, is to help those that are listening, help the ones you share this with. And as we close out this first quarter of 2017, I want to tell you, push through mental barriers. Push through mental barriers. And that's what this podcast is going to be about, talking about pushing through the pain of the mental barriers. Some of the things that hold us back from reaching the next level, from reaching the success that we choose. Self-sabotage. I mean, we all know that. We all do it. A lot of times we do it to ourselves. A lot of people don't think they deserve success. You don't think that you can have the things that you want. You don't think that you can have happiness. The fear of losing face, a lot of times that's a big thing that keeps us. That's one of the mental barriers that holds us back. Our culture demands a poise that we're in, the degree to which you're willing to look bad in front of other people, or you think that you look bad, that you're not making it. And as people, whether you're an entrepreneur, in relationships, in life, you have to be willing to step on the platform. I mean, people may not like what you have to offer. Some people won't. Everyone's not going to like you. Don't expect that. Everyone's not going to support you. Don't expect that. But don't give up or have that mental barrier of the fact that you think you're going to look bad or feel you're going to look bad in front of other people, that you don't do it. You have to be willing not to care and give up that control. Give up the control that you're giving people to be able to stop you from going after what you want, because you feel that I'm gonna look bad in front of everybody, or people are gonna think I failed, and I can't make it in the city that I may be in, or the area that I may be in. All of those things that hold you back. The narcissism, when you you're too self-absorbed. You may be getting feedback about the stuff that you're doing that you don't like, and you need to be flexible. Make the changes. If you're getting positive feedback, even if it appears to be negative, if you're getting positive feedback from the right people that's helping you to get better, be able to adjust, be able to accept that, be able to, refocus on what you need to do and stay at it. A lot of times just the fear of not being enough. A lot of people think that you always need one more thing to succeed. I have to have this amount. If I had this job, I'd be great. Or if I had this thing happening, it would be good. If I had just this one more thing, listen, just go for it. Stop putting it off. Go for it, and go for it now. Like I said, the first quarter's out the way. Set up quarter goals. I begin to break my goals down into quarter goals. I have the big goals that you want, but hey, knock out some quarter goals, whatever it is for the next quarter. Put some things in place that you want to conquer, that you want to go through, and get busy doing it. Don't be sensitive. Stop being so sensitive. You got to get away from that. You're too sensitive about what's going on and every little thing that's said, or you think everything is directed at you. Stop being so sensitive about what's going on around you. Be confident and believe in you. You have to be confident and believe in you. Change the area. You change your environment. Change your venue. Set up an environment that will help you succeed. If you, say maybe you work from home and it can be easy for you to waste time. So, hey, make sure that you put it in a different spot. Maybe you need to move to a different part of your house to start working. Or if you have a job where you have, or maybe your own business, and it's like you have a lot of time. It seems like you have a lot of time on your hand because maybe you don't have the business that you want. Hey, start setting up new business. Change the site, change the stuff, and do this. Let's do this. This is very important. Be nice to you. Be nice to you. I want to say that again. Be nice to you. I mean, it's important. It's really important that you do things like be nice to yourself. Forgive yourself. Make yourself important because if you're not in the best of the mental of your self-consciousness or knowing about you, it's hard to be around other people. Make sure you join a group. Surround yourself with positive people. Join groups that's in the, even if it's not exactly what you're doing, join the group, because not trying to do everything alone is not going to work. And a couple things that you can do to push past the pain, the mental barriers that you got going into finishing up these last quarters. Think about it. If the first quarter is already over, we're at the end of April. Before you know it, I'll be giving the Thanksgiving podcast, the Christmas podcast, and closing out the year. So, a couple things that you need to do. Hey, know your fears and reverse them. Reverse the fears that know what it is that you fear. Know everything that you truly believe about. Like if you set a goal, know everything about the goal. When you set a high goal, say you set the goal to make $1 million, write down everything that fear that pops in your mind, everything that hits you as soon as you set it. Write that down. Imagine what it is, achieving your goal, seeing what it is, give attention to those fears. Write down the fears why you won't make it. Well, write that down why you think you won't, and then attack it from that way. Sometimes you might need to work backwards from it to get to it. Breaking down those mental barriers sometimes is listen, put it into, just break it up into micro goals. That's what I was telling you, like break it up into quarter goals. Get those micro goals, break it down. That way the task doesn't seem so big as you're breaking down so the next quarter, you're going to set you some quarter goals. So you got May, June, July, August. For this next quarter, you're going to set some goals that you want to have done by August. But what you do is you break them down for this month. For the month of May, I want to have this done. I want to create this habit. Because, that 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, you're creating habits in those times. So begin to set those. Also, this is what you do. Compartmentalize your problems. If you start any race, just no matter what you're doing with a bad attitude, if you start out any goal that you're trying to achieve, if you start out with a bad attitude, the mental barriers will grow into mountains. You're having problems with your personal life, look, don't think about that, face it, tell yourself that you'll get back to it, get on track, start working towards the goal. Focus on the goal at hand and compartmentalize what you need to do. Put it together. Next thing you got to be able to do is this. Learn how to eat well. Working on that myself. I'll say it again so I won't skip past it. Working on it myself. Learn to eat well. Depending on what's going on in your body, how you feel in the morning, if you're sluggish, if you're tired, work on those things. It has to go from the inside out. And even I'm working on it. I got to work on it too. It doesn't change just because it's me. I don't mind being transparent about what's going on. I don't mind talking about things that'll help my listeners, that'll also help myself. That's the whole purpose of the Lead Change Empowerment Podcast, is to lead the change that you want to see in yourself and others. And also, as I always say, find a mentor or coach. Find a mentor or a coach. I think my next guest, we got two things we're going to work on. I think one of my next guests is going to actually be a coach. It's going to be a coach that's another coach. I had the last one, Nakia Austin, you all heard her. She talked about the coaching, the life coaching that she does. I'm going to bring another coach on to talk it from a different side as well. So find a mentor or coach. Find somebody you believe in, that you trust to work with you, that'll hold you accountable, and go after it. So we're going to break it down. Compartmentalize these goals. Set up micro goals for the next quarter. Break your goals down into quarters. Have a goal that you want to accomplish for the year. Then break these goals down that you want to do in the quarters. So the first quarter is about over. I don't know if whatever you could have been doing that you want to knock out before the end of April. But hey, listen, this is what you do before the end of April. This is what I definitely want you to do. Today is April the 23rd, correct? Yeah, it's the 23rd. Today is the 23rd. So it's over April the 30th. So between now and next Sunday, what I want you to do is write down the goals for the next quarter. Break the quarter goals down. Put you some goals together. Whatever you have for that year, break them down into the quarter. Now, in that quarter goal, break them down into each month and chase them like that. Hey, break it down and celebrate the small wins. Like I said, be nice to yourself. Celebrate the small wins. Find you a coach or mentor. Get involved with groups. Surround yourself with the right people. Break through the mental barriers over the next quarter. I appreciate your time. As always, I'm grateful for you. Prayer, patience, progress. That is the blueprint. Also, hey, thank you for those that are still going on Amazon. The book is available. Prayer, Patience, Progress by myself. You can get it on Amazon and Kindle. I thank you all. And leave a review for that as well. We're working on the second book, but we'll talk about that a little bit later. As always, prayer, patience, progress. The blueprint of life. Thanks a lot. Take care.
Thank you for listening. Don't forget to leave a review to help our podcast grow and reach others. Continue to be great and remember the blueprint: prayer, patience, progress, in that order.